springing, taking, or visiting? Well, come on, mister. Step up to the counter. You're next.
The Rockford Files is a classic 1970s detective series renowned for its compelling stories and well-developed characters. Its creators, Stephen Cannell and Roy Huggins, brought a distinctive mix of humor and drama to the television detective genre. Together, they created a show that has left a lasting impact on audiences and the television industry.
Apparently, there's somebody from your office who's been looking for you downstairs.
Oh, that's a Stovall. He's supposed to run the tapes out of the accounting department.
Stephen Cannell and Roy Huggins, the co-creators of the Rockford Files, were experienced figures in the television industry. Cannell had already made a name for himself with previous work on Chase, and later went on to create successful shows like The A-Team and 21 Jump Street. On the other hand, Huggins had collaborated with James Garner on Maverick and had created the popular series The Fugitive. The Rockford Files was a significant collaboration between these two seasoned professionals. The show benefited from Cannell's knack for creating engaging stories and Huggins' ability to develop compelling characters. The result was a captivating series that resonated with audiences and left a lasting impact on television history. Stephen Cannell's contribution to the Rockford Files cannot be overstated. His talent for writing exciting and unpredictable storylines was instrumental in keeping viewers engaged week after week. The show's unique blend of action, drama, and comedy was a testament to Cannell's versatility as a writer. Meanwhile, Roy Huggins brought his considerable experience and expertise to the table. Having already created several successful series, he knew what it took to make a show appealing to a wide audience. His collaboration with Cannell resulted in a show that was both entertaining and thought-provoking with complex characters and intriguing plotlines. Together, Cannell and Huggins created a show that has endured for decades. The Rockford Files remains a beloved classic, cherished by audiences young and old. Its impact on the television landscape is still felt today, with many modern shows owing a debt of gratitude to its groundbreaking format and style. In conclusion, The Rockford Files was a remarkable achievement, born out of the creative vision of two talented and experienced television professionals. Stephen Cannell and Roy Huggins brought their individual strengths and expertise to the table, resulting in a show that has left an indelible mark on television history.
Girls and bored us with every little detail. He wrapped it up in a couple of sentences. I called a friend of mine.
The Rockford Files, a TV series that first aired in 1974, offered a fresh take on the detective genre. Unlike other shows, it avoided cliches and focused on less violent solutions to problems. The protagonist, Jim Rockford, was portrayed as a relatable everyman, complete with flaws and a preference for avoiding physical confrontations. Jim Rockford, played by James Garner, was a private investigator who lived in a mobile home in Malibu, California. Unlike the suave and sophisticated detectives typically seen on TV, Rockford was often disheveled and wore a laid-back wardrobe of jeans and a leather jacket. He was also prone to using humor and sarcasm to diffuse tense situations. The Rockford Files distinguished itself from other detective shows by focusing on the character's personal life and relationships. Rockford had a close relationship with his father, Rocky, who was played by Noah Beery Jr. Their interactions added a layer of warmth and humanity to the show. The series also featured a memorable roster of recurring characters, including Angel Martin, a former cellmate of Rockford's who often provided him with leads, Beth Davenport, a lawyer and Rockford's love interest, and Dennis Becker, a police lieutenant who frequently clashed with Rockford, but also helped him out when necessary. The Rockford Files was known for its intricate plot lines, which often involve complex cons and schemes. However, the show emphasized brains over brawn, with Rockford using his wits and cunning to solve cases rather than resorting to violence. Overall, The Rockford Files was a groundbreaking series that challenged the conventions of the detective genre. Its focus on relatable characters, personal relationships, and less violent solutions made it a standout show that continues to be celebrated today.
Roger. Roger. Roger.
Jim Rockford, the main character of the 1974 TV series The Rockford Files, was an anti-hero, a stark contrast to characters like James Bond. Played by James Garner, Rockford brought humor and realism to the role, often portrayed as financially strapped and clumsy in fights. Throughout the series, Rockford's struggles with money added a layer of authenticity to his character. He wasn't a millionaire or a secret agent, but a private investigator trying to make ends meet. This aspect of his personality made him relatable and down-to-earth, a far cry from the suave and sophisticated spies often seen on television. Furthermore, Rockford's fighting style was unconventional and often unsuccessful. He wasn't a martial arts expert or a marksman, but a man using his wits to get out of tough situations. This realism made the show more engaging and entertaining as viewers could see themselves in Rockford's shoes. Despite his flaws, Rockford was a likable character with a strong moral compass. He was always willing to help those in need and would go to great lengths to solve a case. His determination and persistence made him a formidable private investigator, even if he wasn't the most skilled fighter. Overall, Jim Rockford was a refreshing departure from the typical leading men of the time. His financial struggles and clumsy fighting style added humor and realism to the role, making him a relatable and engaging character. Through his struggles and successes, Rockford proved to be a compelling and enduring figure in television history.
That's Rockford. Oh, you're a cute one.
The frame.
Roy Huggins, the creator of The Rockford Files, drew inspiration from his earlier character, Brett Maverick, when creating the show's protagonist, Jim Rockford. Both characters share a similar attitude and approach to their respective professions. Jim Rockford, like Brett Maverick, is a private investigator who eschews traditional detective norms. He chooses not to carry a gun, which sets him apart from many of his contemporaries in the world of television detective shows. Instead, Rockford relies on his wit, intelligence, and charm to solve cases. Huggins' focus on a more subdued and humorous approach to the detective genre is evident in Rockford's character. He's a private investigator with a sense of humor, often using witty banter and clever one-liners to diffuse tense situations. Rockford is also a flawed character, prone to making mistakes and getting into scrapes, which makes him all the more relatable and endearing to audiences. The Rockford Files was a groundbreaking show in many ways, and much of its success can be attributed to the character of Jim Rockford. By focusing on a private investigator who doesn't fit the traditional mold, Huggins created a character that resonated with audiences and helped to redefine the detective genre. Through Jim Rockford, Huggins explored themes of perseverance, determination, and the importance of staying true to oneself. Rockford may not have been the toughest or most intimidating private investigator on television, but he was one of the most memorable and enduring. In creating Jim Rockford, Huggins drew upon his own experiences and insights as a writer and producer in the entertainment industry. He understood the power of character-driven storytelling and the importance of creating complex, relatable protagonists that audiences could root for. The Rockford Files remains a beloved classic of television detective shows, and much of its enduring appeal can be attributed to the character of Jim Rockford. By focusing on a private investigator who rejects traditional norms and embraces a more humorous, subdued approach, Huggins created a character that has transcended the boundaries of the small screen and become a beloved cultural icon.
What do you want?
Oh, I think a few answers.
The Rockford Files, a television series that first aired in 1974, introduced several innovations that set it apart from other shows of its time. One of its most distinctive features was the use of answering machine messages at the beginning of each episode. These messages, often humorous or intriguing, served as a creative way to introduce the plot and set the tone for the episode. In addition to its unique answering machine intros, the Rockford Files also incorporated comedic elements into its scripts. This was a departure from many other drama series which often took a more serious approach. The show's blend of humor and drama helped to make it more relatable and entertaining for audiences. Another key innovation of the Rockford Files was its memorable theme song. Composed by Mike Post and Pete Carpenter, the theme song quickly became a fan favorite and helped to establish the show's distinct identity. The catchy melody and upbeat tempo resonated with audiences and contributed to the show's popularity. All of these elements, the answering machine intros, comedic scripts, and memorable theme song came together to make the Rockford Files a standout television series. It was one of the top shows of its time and continues to be enjoyed by audiences today. The innovations introduced in the Rockford Files have left a lasting mark on the television industry and have influenced many subsequent shows.
You do the killing and Don sticks around to testify.
You do have it figured, don't you, Rockford?
James Garner, the star of the 1974 TV series The Rockford Files, was known for his commitment to performing his own stunts. This dedication added a level of authenticity to the action scenes in the show, making them more exciting and believable for the audience. However, Garner's decision to do his own stunts came with consequences. Despite suffering from personal injuries and health issues, he continued to perform daring feats for the camera. This eventually took a toll on his health, leading to his exit from the series. Garner's commitment to his craft was admirable, but it also serves as a reminder of the risks and sacrifices that come with being a performer. His dedication to performing his own stunts added a level of realism to the Rockford Files that would have been difficult to achieve otherwise. However, it's important for actors to prioritize their health and safety, even if it means taking a step back from the more physically demanding aspects of their jobs. Despite the challenges he faced, Garner's contributions to the Rockford Files will always be remembered. His commitment to his craft and his willingness to take risks for the sake of authenticity left a lasting impact on the series and on the world of television as a whole. His legacy continues to resonate with audiences today, and his work will no doubt continue to inspire and captivate viewers for generations to come.
She had an accident. Was anyone else killed or?
Oh, no. She was alone. Malibu Canyon.
The Rockford Files, a popular TV series from 1974, had a strong supporting cast that added depth to the show. Among them were Jim Rockford's father, Rocky, played by Noah Beery Jr., and his friend and confidant, Angel Martin, portrayed by Stuart Margolin. These characters provided both humor and emotional support to the series protagonist, Jim Rockford, played by James Garner. The show also featured numerous guest stars, many of whom were well-known actors from other popular series. For instance, Joe Santos, who played Dennis Becker on The Rockford Files, was also known for his role in the show Kojak. Similarly, Gretchen Corbett, who played attorney Beth Davenport, had previously appeared on the show The Mary Tyler Moore Show. Other notable guest stars included Dennis Dugan, who later directed popular movies like Happy Gilmore and Big Daddy, and Lou Gossett Jr., who won an Academy Award for his role in the movie An Officer and a Gentleman. These guest stars brought their unique talents to the show, enhancing its appeal and giving viewers a rich tapestry of characters and interactions. The supporting cast and guest stars of the Rockford Files were a crucial part of the show's success, providing both comedic relief and dramatic tension. Their contributions helped to create a captivating and enduring series that continues to be enjoyed by audiences today. The Rockford Files, the popular TV series in the 1970s, faced financial and production challenges despite its success. The show, starring James Garner as private investigator Jim Rockford, was known for its realistic portrayal of the detective business and its engaging storylines. However, the high production costs of the Rockford Files put a strain on its finances. The show's realistic style required the use of real locations and expensive equipment, driving up the budget. Additionally, the show's large cast and crew also contributed to the high costs. Despite these challenges, the Rockford Files remained popular with audiences. However, when James Garner left the show due to health problems, the financial strain became too much, and the show was ultimately canceled. The financial and production challenges faced by the Rockford Files serve as a reminder of the difficulties that can arise in the television industry. Despite the popularity of a show, high costs can lead to its downfall if not managed properly. The legacy of the Rockford Files lives on, however, as a beloved and enduring TV series.
During dinner, and still we did time. We both did time. Hard state time.
After the original, the Rockford Files series ended in 1980, its legacy lived on and led to a revival through a series of TV movies in the 1990s. These movies aimed to maintain the charm of the original series while updating the context for a new era. The main character, Jim Rockford, was now older, and the movies addressed this by incorporating his aging into the storylines. The creators were careful to preserve the essence of the character, his wit, and his determination, while also acknowledging the passage of time. The TV movies were well received, with fans appreciating the effort to maintain the integrity of the original series. The revival was a testament to the enduring appeal of the Rockford Files, with its unique blend of drama, comedy, and suspense. The revival also offered an opportunity to introduce new characters and storylines while still maintaining the familiar feel of the original series. This balance between the new and the familiar helped the revival to resonate with both old and new fans. In conclusion, the revival of the Rockford Files in the 1990s was a successful attempt to keep the legacy of the original series alive, while also updating it for a new era. The TV movies were able to maintain the charm of the original series, while also addressing the aging of its main character.
There isn't any.
I got a name with that.
The return of the Rockford Files in movie form offered a sense of closure to the beloved series, giving fans a chance to revisit cherished characters. The movies, however, had a more subdued and reflective tone compared to the original TV show. This shift acknowledged the passage of time and the changes it brings, allowing the characters to grow and evolve. The Rockford Files, which first aired in 1974, became a staple of American television, captivating audiences with its unique blend of drama, comedy, and crime solving. The series starred James Garner as Jim Rockford, a private investigator with a heart of gold and a knack for finding himself in the middle of trouble. Over the course of 6 seasons, Rockford navigated cases ranging from murder and theft to extortion and kidnapping. The movies, produced between 1994 and 1999, picked up where the series left off, allowing the characters to age gracefully. The stories retain the charm and wit of the original series, but focus more on introspection and personal growth. The passage of time was evident in the characters' faces, demeanor, and interactions, reminding viewers that life is a continual process of change and adaptation. The reunion of the original cast members, including Garner, Noah Beery Jr., and Stuart Margolin, was undoubtedly a highlight of the movies. The chemistry between the actors, forged through years of working together, shone through, giving the films an added layer of authenticity. Witnessing these beloved characters interacting once again brought a sense of satisfaction and nostalgia to longtime fans. In addition to the original cast, the movies also introduced new characters and storylines, keeping the franchise fresh and engaging. These new elements complemented the original material, enhancing the overall viewing experience while preserving the essence of the Rockford Files. The Rockford Files movies provided a thoughtful and nuanced conclusion to the series, allowing fans to say a fond farewell to the characters they had come to love. By acknowledging the passage of time and its effects, the movies offered a poignant and reflective commentary on the human experience, demonstrating that change is not only inevitable, but also an opportunity for growth and development. In conclusion, the return of the Rockford Files in movie form brought closure to the series, and
We have heard instance after instance of pillage and harassment by Messrs. Long and Canigliaro against the home and person of
Yesterday morning, I was down at the Red Shamrock, down on 5th. I was having that Red Irish health.
Court building to testify in a kidnapping trial of Torrance Beck.
faintest idea.
Remember I told you that I followed Lee Russo to a house in the valley?
Yeah.
Boris Stanek.
Wino.
So?
Listen, Jim, I shouldn't be giving...